I am back here to do a Valentine's Day glam for you. Thank you for your patience. I know I've been a little MIA, but this is a great time to come back because Valentine's Day is on Saturday and this is a great look to recreate. So I'll be going step by step into skin, eyes, lips, contour, lashes. I'll be listing all the products below in the description box. So thank you guys for tuning in and I hope you enjoy this one. So let's just get right into skin. So I've noticed that I've been a little oily lately. So I love this Tarte Clean Slate Poreless Primer. It's an amazing primer to use on the forehead and mainly like the T-zone right before we're starting the makeup. So I'm going to go ahead and just put a little dime size amount on the back of my hand. And we're going to go ahead and just really blend that in. All I have right now on my face is a little moisturizer because I do get dry around this area. And I'm breaking out. Okay. Alright guys, so I picked up a new foundation when I went to IMATS in January and I absolutely love it, so I'm excited to share it with you guys. It's the Elcie Micro Silque foundation. If you follow her on Instagram, her name is Makeup by Lilette and she came out with a new foundation. I'm still a huge NARS Sheer Glow lover, but this is an amazing everyday foundation. And ever since I purchased it, I'm in love. So we're going to go ahead and just, I always start off with like a light amount in the back of my hand. Actually, that's like not really a light amount, but and I picked up some new Sigma brushes that I've been trying out and currently love. So this is a Sigma round kabuki brush F82. It's the perfect foundation brush. So I'm gonna go ahead and just grab some product from the back of my hand, and I always start out on the outer jawline and I just really kind of blend it in. So now I'll be using my MAC Beauty Blender. You can use the beauty blender that you have purchased in Sephora or whatever. It's been rinsed through warm water. I know sometimes they look really like hard and small, but make sure you rinse it. It expands and really softens up the sponge. And this one really blends out the foundation. My MAC 134 powder brush. I love this brush for applying my powder. And I'm using the MAC Mineralized Skinfinish Medium Plus. This is a nice light powder to go ahead and set your foundation. Go ahead and conceal. As you can see, I have dark circles, I have some acne marks that I want to go ahead and give some extra coverage to. So I love the MakeupForEver Full Cover Concealer. This one's in shade number 3. It's a great full coverage foundation and I love to use it for highlighting. So I'm going to use a light amount, just like this, right in the back of my hand. And this is a MAC 193 brush. So I'm just going to use this mainly just to apply where I want the concealer. Right under the eyes. Cover that little friend that came. You're unwanted. Alright, and then down the nose. Just anywhere, because now I'm going to slightly do my contour. The forehead, you also want to contour the side of the jawline. Beauty blender, and I'm using the round side and I'm just gonna go ahead and blend out where I concealed, especially the jawline. Now to contour, I'll be using MAC Matchmaster concealer, and this is shade 7. So I love that it's in a stick form because I just draw where I want my contour line. I also want it on my forehead. This helps reduce the size of my huge forehead. Some few lines right down the nose. So sometimes I do the bottom of my chin, take away that double chin. Okay, so now I'll be getting into a new brush. This is a Sigma large angled contour brush. Seems like the number is F40. I love that it has an angle. This is perfect to help blend it out. So we're going to go ahead and buff out that contour. And it's just buffing motions backward towards your ear. To blend out the contour on the nose, I'll be using a MAC 217 brush. This is a perfect brush for blending. So I'm going to start with the tip of my nose and really just kind of blend upward into the eye. Make sure this is super blended. So I'll be going into my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit. So I'll be using the darker shade contour brush. So I'm going to go ahead and now really define that contour. So we're using MAC Mineralized Blush in Dainty. It's so pretty. It has a nice sparkle. It's the perfect pink. Just adding that there. Go ahead and set your foundation with MAC Fix Plus. This just helps bring all the colors to life. So I'm going to start off with MAC Painterly Paint Pot. It's like one of my favorite bases to use. And I'm using a MAC 217. I hope kind of zoomed in a little bit for you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and start on my lower lid. And I love this color because it's my skin tone and doesn't conflict with the shadows. I'm just going to blend that upward. I'm going to go ahead and start off with the crease. I'll be using a MAC 217 brush. This is my favorite blending brush. And I'm going to get into MAC Eyeshadow Soft Brown. Really get in there, and this is going to be the first shade right in the color. So again, this is soft brown, and we're going to go ahead and just blend that back and forth into the crease. So this is the highest shade, so it's okay if it's above the crease. This one is going to be our transition color. Go into is MAC Brown Script, and I'm still using the MAC 224 brush, and we're just going to get right into the crease, and now I'm going to define a little bit more. So now I'm not going to bring the color so high. I'm just staying actually with a little bit more pressure right in the crease. And I'm just going to keep going back and forth until it's as dark as I need it to be. In the crease, I'm going to go ahead and also blend that color on the lower lash line. Go ahead into Bare Steady Paint Pot. This is another eyeshadow base from MAC. And I'm using a MAC 239 brush. And we're just going to apply a little bit more base on the lower lid. Now making a half moon shape because I'm going to bring out my favorite pigment. And this helps make the pigment stick. Okay, so just like that. And the pigment that I'll be using is MAC Tan Pigment. This is one of my secret little pigments that I love to use. So I'll be using the other side of the 239. Spray a little bit with Fix Plus. Get into the tan pigment. And still that the base is still fresh, you want to go ahead and apply the pigment right away. You don't want to let the base dry. It doesn't stick as well. And now we're just applying tan pigment on the lid. Go back into the crease. I'll be using Sigma Diffuse Crease Brush. This is E38. It's an amazing crease brush. So I'm going to get into MAC Swiss Chocolate. And we're just going to blend that to make sure the lid and the crease are nicely attached. This is a great brush for the crease, and it feels nice and soft. Bring out the highlight. I'll be using a MAC 275 brush. This is the perfect brush for highlighting. I'm going to go into MAC Eyeshadow Floof, and I'm going to just place that right in the tear duct. And just make sure it's nicely blended. I love using Inglot Gel Liner number 77. As always, this is my fave. And I'll be using Sigma Small Angle Brush E65. It's a nice small angle. Make sure we get into the gel liner. And then with the gel liner, just make sure it's turned upside down on your desktop. Or your vanity. Just to make sure it doesn't dry out. So I just want to make sure you guys can see. Alright, so I pull my eye back. It just helps me with the angle. And I first start off with a straight line. And this is how I do the angle. We're going to bring it up. And from there, I'm turning the brush the other way. And I'm bringing it down. So now one of my favorite liners to wear in my waterline, this is MAC Costa Rich. I'm not a huge fan of always wearing black underneath, so this is a great alternative. It's a nice reddish brown, and it really goes with the theme of the eyes today. We're doing a nice warm bronzy eye. So I like adding a nice light layer right before I curl them. So today I'll be using Velour Lashes-Girl You Crazy. I just love the style of this lash. I've already applied a little glue, and my lashes have already been pre-curled. So the glue has been setting for about 30 seconds. So now I'm going to go ahead and just kind of set the lash I set it somewhere in the center. And then you play with it until it's where exactly you want it. Alright, the lash is so pretty. Love. So I'm using the infamous Soar Lip Pencil from MAC. It's one of my faves. So I go ahead and start off just outlining. So now that the lips are outlined, I'm going to use a famous lip stick from MAC. It's called Saint Germain. It's a really pretty pink. I'm going to add that right in the center. And I like kind of doing that. I like the lip more matte, not so creamy. Okay, so that is a wrap. I love this look. It's perfect for Valentine's Day, and that's why I wanted to do it for you guys. It's also a great bridal look. So for those of you that were asking me about bridal looks, this is one. So I look forward to reading all your comments. Sorry for being a little MIA. I will be doing videos routinely, so thank you guys for your patience, and please let me know what you'd love to see next. Other than that, thanks for watching, and happy Valentine's Day.